Hi, welcome to episode 89 of Photoshop Lightroom TV. I'm your host, Marek Mularczyk, and this is another episode of Photoshop Lightroom TV, your weekly video podcast about anything Photoshop, Lightroom, photography related. Now, I hope you're keeping an eye on my blog, PhotoshopLightroomBridge.co.uk. I'll keep you updated with all the latest information, news from Adobe. I wrote a blog on the post, I wrote a post on the blog this week about new support for Retina displays in Photoshop Touch. There's a new update to Photoshop Touch 1.3. We get a support for Retina display, plus some other new features. You can find out more on my blog, PhotoshopLightroomBridge.co.uk. And I've also been blogging about a new memory card from Transcend, 128 gigabytes SD memory card. Absolutely amazing, 128 gigabytes. It's a massive amount of memory from your camera. As Transcend says, it can store 32 hours of full HD video. Absolutely amazing. Okay, let's jump into tutorials. We're going to start with the Photoshop tutorial, and I'm going to show you. Now, last week I showed you how to retouch eyes in Photoshop and in Lightroom as well. So now I'm going to show you how to remove makeup on images in Photoshop. First, I'm going to duplicate the background layers just to keep the original. There's a number of ways you can do it. You can use the menu, layer, new layer via copy, or you can use duplicate layer as well. I'm just going to drag it to a new layer icon in here. Got a duplicate. I'm going to rename it. Makeup removed. Okay. Also, because it's on a separate layer, we can compare the results later on. Now I'm going to use the brush tool for that. Just normal brush tool. Okay. In the options bar, we'll set the size for the brush. So I'm going to make it quite small, maybe even less than 10 pixels. All depends on the image and on the resolution. Maybe even 8 pixels. That should be fine. Okay. And I'm going to set the blend mode either to hue or the color. It depends what image you use. I'm going to use the color in this case. Leave all these other settings on the defaults. Opacity 100%, flow 100%. That's fine. Now we're going to sample the color from the skin. So you hold down the Alt key on the keyboard and you click on the skin to sample. Okay. This changes your foreground color. Okay. As you remember, brush tool paints with the foreground color. And now we're just going to start painting to remove the makeup. Okay. Very nice effect and very easy. It keeps the texture. You can still see all the content here. It's just removing the makeup. Okay. Now we'll do the same here. Here we go. And the same on this image here. I'm going to sample again. I'll just paint with the same settings. Here we go. Paint around the eyes to keep the color of the skin. And in here. And we're done. Just to compare the results, I'm going to hide the makeup removed layer. That's before. And that's after. With the makeup gone. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial in Photoshop on removing makeup from images. Now I'm going to show you Lightroom tutorial now. And we'll be talking about colors, images as well. Now what I want to share with you is how to selectively colorize images in Lightroom. How to take a black and white image, to be precise, and how to selectively colorize it. Okay, this will be in Lightroom. Okay, I'm also going to show it to the same technique in Photoshop in the next episode of Photoshop Lightroom TV. So let's jump into Lightroom and let's do some selective coloring of images. Okay, here I am inside of Lightroom, and let's do some colorizing. We're going to colorize this image. I've got this black and white image. You can take any color image and convert it to black and white, and we'll do some colorizing here. So I'm in develop module, okay, and I'm going to select the adjustment brush. We'll just click on it. And when it opens, what we're going to do here is I'm just going to leave these settings on for now. I'm just going to select the color. Okay, so I've already selected the red color, but you can choose any color you want. I'm going to paint this flower in red. Okay, set the size. Okay, and for the feather, I'll leave it on a 0, so there's no feather to the brush. I'll make the size quite small, so it'll be easier to paint. Okay, and let's check auto mask. This will help a lot on the edges. Okay, and we'll just start painting on the image. So I'm just going to start painting here, colorizing the image. Okay, so I'm making it red, and notice that it's a semi-transparent red color. You can still see the content and all the shadows and the highlights. Okay, I'm just going to do it really quickly. You can take more time and be really precise with it. Okay, I'm just going to quickly show it to you. Let's say maybe like that. Maybe some bits in here. And in here as well. If you missed anything, you can just edit at any time. You still work with the same pen here. I'm going to change the color. Okay, and notice that when you change the color, it changes in here on the image because we've got the pen selected. So even after you've painted, you can still change the color to any color you want. I'm going to leave it on this red. Okay, so I'll leave it here. Now I'm going to scroll here and I'll click on new to add a new adjustment. And now I'll change the color. I'll set it to yellow. Okay, and I'll start painting here with the same settings. In the lighter areas you get a very bright yellow, in dark areas you get a really dark yellow. I'll click on new to add another one, and I'll set the color to green. See, it's this kind of a green. Okay, you can use the slider here as well to make it lighter and darker. So I'll click on it. I'll paint maybe somewhere here on the background. That's not the best choice of the hue of green, but at least you get an idea of what you can do with a black and white image in Lightroom, how you can colorize it, bring back life into it. If you have old black and white images of your family, that's how you can colorize them here in Lightroom. Now, obviously I'm working on a virtual copy, so I've got the original intact, and you get an idea. And that's just an example of how you can use adjustment brush in Lightroom for colorizing images. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this Lightroom tutorial on selective coloring black and white images. That's it for this week. Just one more thing for you. I mentioned my books previously, and now here's the news. All my books are currently available for a limited time on Amazon for free. You can rent them for free for Kindle on Amazon Kindle Store if you are a Prime member. So if you are a Prime member on Amazon, go to amazon.com, amazon.co.uk, or any other Amazon around the globe and get access to my Dreamweaver CS5 book, Dreamweaver CS6 book, and Linux book for free. Why not? Give it a go, have a look on it, and let me know what you think. Okay, thank you for watching. This was episode 89 of Photoshop Lightroom TV. I'm Marek Mularczyk from SAItraining.co.uk, one of the UK's leading specialists in Adobe Certified training. And I hope to see you next week on next episode of Photoshop Lightroom TV. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.